Hi guys, now onwards we have searched about and we have worked more on Spark SQL, which is an advanced software framework which is built on top of the Spark, which also gives the hi guys, let's execute the files regarding with the Spark SQL, and we have some of the use cases we left as part of the our Spark SQL use cases functionality. Here the Spark, as part of the Spark utilities, one of the advantages is it can also process the Parquet files and JSON file formats. So getting advantage of these Parquet files, and we have the JSON files as part of the maintaining and the huge amount of data as part of serialization, deserialization purposes. We are maintaining and we are do processing these kind of file processing along with the normal textual file and normal textual file formats. As we already seen that the Spark SQL is only perform the retrieval and find of things on top of the structural data. Spark SQL will also perform the things by using plain SQL. By executing the SQL structural query language itself, we can retrieve the Spark context data. So we have seen lot of use cases, like we have get the data from the test cases and testable files, and we have stored the files, we seen the created for some classes, we seen lot of use cases on Spark SQL. Now it's time to look about how to process a Parquet files. First of all, everyone as a new one, as a Hadoop learner, you have to learn about, you have to know about what is Parquet files and what is the major case of the Parquet files I can be utilized in the Hadoop processing. If you understand where I can exactly means, suppose we have the some Parquet it is also one of the tool kind of file format where you can work with the uh, Hadoop file formats, and the Parquet has been introduced and it is maintained by the Apache Corporation as part of the Apache Parquet. It is a column storage format, like where you can maintain our data in a particular manner which will be available to all the Hadoop ecosystem tools and all the ecosystem projects. Fine. In Hadoop we have the file format as a Parquet, which is having the columnar format. We have seen some of the columnar data storages. Fine. If you want to be store, if you want to be get the data from columnar storage areas files like Parquet files, then what we have to do it and how we can maintain them these formats in our Spark SQL. That is what the major dealing I am going to take care about now, in particular in this session. And if you go on in detail why we have to deal about this Parquet in very in detail means, as we already know that as part of the concern about columnar storage, it avoids the reading unnecessary data. Yes or no? As part of the things, it avoids the something like we have the some huge amount of data. Whenever we are dealing about the constraint, whenever you are executing a constraint from MySQL, normally in the row based means it retrieves lot of information other than the constraint. So but here it is avoids the most of the unnecessary data will be avoided, and we can improve the performance and speed. And one more thing here we have to be understand about that is the Parquet is also one of the Parquet files also be distributed among as the part of Spark entities, and it will be available for the entire Hadoop cluster. Fine. And one more great advantage about this Spark advantage or something like this Apache Parquet is we can maintain the number of coding principles. Yes. Hi guys, welcome to the Parquet File processing using sparkSQL module. Yes, we have seen a lot of examples in the sparkSQL. Let's understand more in detail about how to process Parquet files, particularly by using Spark RDDs and Spark SQL frameworks API. Fine. Here, along with the Parquet files, the Spark can also executes and process the JSON files as part of its functionality and the great feature which is maintains the huge number of availability to the Hadoop projects and Hadoop reliability networks. Let us discuss more in detail what is Parquet files exactly and why we have to take care about Parquet files as part of the sparkSQL, why we have to be processed through sparkSQL. That is what the major concern we have to be understand. First of all, here the Parquet files are nothing but these are the column storage values, like we have till now we have seen the data is arranged in the number of rows. Fine. But as the structural data means, normally we are saying about the data is arranged in the form of rows and row oriented structure only. But the Parquet files, it's also deal the data, structural data, along with the column oriented manner. The data here arranged in the form of column oriented format, and these Parquet files will be available for the each and every ecosystem project in the Hadoop. That is what the major advantage of the Parquet files. And most probably, and if you got in detail, what is the major advantage of these Parquet files? The major advantage of these Parquet files will be, whenever I am saying about column oriented values, column oriented data, it maintains the column oriented data in the manner of column orientation. We can avoid the unnecessary data. Fine. We can avoid the unnecessary data. Along with the avoiding unnecessary data, the advantage of this Spark RDDs, if you believe in the Spark architecture also, sometimes the Spark RDDs will be distributed among as the Parquet file processing, and it will be available to the Hadoop framework as part of their functionality and execution. So one more advantage is the Spark RDDs can also be written into the Parquet files in the form of Parquet n number of files. So these are the main objectives of the main advantage of the Parquet files. We have one more advantage also. Till now we have seen some Parquet files and Parquet file advantages as the column orientation. The thing is, whenever we are dealing with the multiple queries, fine, whenever we are dealing with the multiple queries, if you take about the some multiple data formats, we have a lot of data formats, right? But if you store our data in the form of Parquet files, and whenever I am dealing with the multiple queries, then the Parquet file processing will be takes in a very higher speed and very quicker manner. That is what the advantage is. We can achieve the fast performances. We can get the fast performances and fast results as part of the whenever we are dealing with the multiple queries or inner queries kind of stuff. I can get the things like we can easily work with the Parquet file processing, and we have to be directly, as the sparkSQL is also, we have to be take the data directly from the Parquet files, not we are converting the Parquet file to another textual format or another data format, and then we are using into our Hadoop ecosystem. So as part of the sparkSQL, and it supports as the sparkSQL framework, let us see how the Parquet files will be look like and how to process these things. My machine is ready with the SQL Scala kind of environment. We are already working with the Scala. Fine. Check out guys how to work with the Parquet files and see, first of all, if you want to be load the Parquet files, means we have to be generate the Parquet files. For no need to get the download, no need to get the data from the internet as the Parquet file formats and all this. We only create in our Spark. We can create and we can save our textual information in the form of Parquet files. So for our understanding itself, I am taking some kind of use case as the part of this processing. I am taking employee data Fine. I will convert this employee data to our in the format of Parquet. Then I can get the result into the things. Suppose I am having, suppose let us take out the thing about employee.txt. Suppose I am considering employee data and I am converting into the Parquet files, and I am processing these Parquet files through sparkSQL. This is what I am going to do now. Fine. The loading of the testful file and we are creation with the Parquet also I am doing in the form of Spark only. By using RDDs only I am creating Parquet file. Let us see how to format, how to check with the file, this Parquet file formats and all things. See the main things about this Parquet files. Let us see the input data first of all. I have some names, IDs, names, and the roles and the department. As IT, we have some more number of IT IT guys are there here, and we have only 2 account guys are there. Fine. We have some of the roles and we have the names, IDs, kind of things. Let's take some garbage kind of values and let's do the things. This is the normal textual format which is having the comma as a separated value, like kind of similar to CSV files. And now process this kind of files. First let's load this data to our RDD. Yes or no? That is the basic step we have to perform, right? Let's do it. As part of, before going to any kind of things, let's add some of the files which will be very useful to us. Let's add RDD things. So after adding the RDDs, first of all we have to be loaded, right? So let me copy the contents to our RDD. Fine. Before going to RDD, let's create some one of the base class like case class to work with the that much of huge content whenever we are by adding the some schema. Fine. Let's create one case class, and I am dealing with the employee data. See, we have seen some of the format. What is the things we have? We included ID, name, and role and department. So same thing I can write it out. Yeah, as you people know how to write a case class and all things. What are the versions of variations of these things? And department. I just created my employee class, and now I want to load that textual information to in my class, EMP class, EMP schema. Suppose let's take the things. And I'm creating a variable kind of stuff. R1 I am taking as the RDD, and here I am creating this RDD for the class of EMP. You people know how to read a file, text file. We already seen. sc.text file. Let me add the path. The file name is employee underscore data.txt. Okay, we're getting that point of emp, right? Let's do it. Is it a text file? After adding the employee.txt into employee.txt files, we have the file format. We have the things like we are passing some CSV kind of files, right? The comma is a delimiter. Let's split the things. And work with convert this split data into the terms of some of our values. We have some values, right? We have ID, name, role, department. So let's add the values to the employee. The case class name is emp. Let's load into the emp class. The first value is integer, right? X of 0, and we have to convert it to the integer. We already seen these kind of examples, and remaining all are string one. Directly I can make use. Close brace for map, close brace for emp, close brace for map. Here we have the one unnecessary map dot. Then we created the one RDD. What we have to do it after creating the RDD? We have to be converted to the some data frame. You people know how to convert data frame and all things. We have the one method doDF. Till now the normal processing, how to load a textual file, how to process the things, everything we have the things. It's an up to data frame creation, everything is fine. Now the thing is we have to process. We have to be take care about the Parquet files. So let's save this data frame in terms of Parquet file. We have some kind of method is there. Let me execute that method. First of all, we have the method name is save as Parquet file. Here what is the file name we have taken? Employee data. Fine. Suppose I am creating emp data dot Parquet. We only giving the name of that file. I am saving this RDD, this data frame, this value or this RDD information in the part of thing of emp data dot Parquet file. Fine. Now check out. input path does not exist. /home/user ma. Let's take another data values. emp data 1. I am saving this RDD in the format of Parquet file. Now the Parquet file is ready. How to process these Parquet file data with the help of sparkSQL? That is what your point, right? So very simple. However, we have done the processing of earlier things. However, we have processed the textual file, all these things, right? In the same level of things, you can maintain it. Let me create the things. Suppose what do you want? Let us take the data. I want who guys are from account. We have two employees, right? Let me get that two values. Suppose the Anil Shahi and Krishan Shahi is their rate. Let me get the names of the employees who are work from account department. Fine. For this normally, however, we worked with the Spark contest from the we already created a SQL contest kind of thing. So for that I am applying SQL context, and my SQL query is all about before applying to the, we can directly give the here SQL query as directly a select star kind of things you can apply. But the thing is, we have to be assigned, we have to be add the things like this is the Parquet file kind of things like that. We have to inform to the Spark contest. Fine. Let me add the things. SQL context. Parquet file. However, we add the textual file. Now we have to add it to the Parquet file. Fine. Now we can apply the things. Now we create the data. Now we can apply the things. Like after loading the things, we have to be create some temporary table on top of the emp data 1.parquet. So let's create the data. The file name is ACC, right? RDD name ACC dot, we have to be register just a temp table. Let's add the sample file BAR table. I registered the table with the name path table. Now directly add the values. I need accounting principles, right? So execute the statement. You people know how to execute SQL in the Spark SQL context.SQL, and directly you can apply the write the query. Select and I want only names, right? So you can specify the names, no issue. Select a name from the table name. The table name we have passed is par table. Fine. And if you want to be maintain some constraint, like I want to keep the employees from account department, so where department equal to account. Close the things. Yes, success. Now you can get the data from this ACC1 RTT. Check out, guys. We have Anil Sahai, who is from account department. As the names. Fine. Let us text. We don't want to the array names kind of things. I want to be converted the each line. Check out. Before applying the collect, I'm taking the help of map and I'm adding the content. So I want name and department kind of stuff. And the value, first value where I can get the name. We have only one value retrieved, right? So x of 0 only, the 0th index value we have to get out. And from here we have to be collect the data, and we have to print it the each line with the help of println. We have the only one guy is from account department. The name is Anil Sahai. Fine. Like this we can get the thing. Suppose if you want to get the employees from IT, and directly execute it. These all are employees from IT background. Fine. Like that we can apply the sparkSQL on top of the Parquet files. Fine. This is very simple. However, we are getting the data from normal data files itself. Don't worry, this is also very simple and very used.